defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat those odds. If you're new to the page, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Click the bell, subscribe so you're notified every time we do anything on this channel. If you're not following Bryce, make sure you do so. TikTok and Twitter is mainly where he operates. Those links are down below. The website's down below. All the information is down below. Let's get on a run here. I'm ready to get things going. I'm ready to hammer it down. And today's the day, right? So we're going to take a look at Thursday night football here. We have the Baltimore Ravens, who are underdogs somehow to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams are still at the top of their division here, as the Ravens are now 4-3 and the Bucs have fallen to 3-4 after losing back-to-back games to two of the worst teams in the NFL here, playing the Steelers. They lose by 2, and playing the Carolina Panthers divisional game, where they just could not get the job done either. They were actually on the other side of the field quite a bit, I think 3 or 4 times, only come away with 3 points in that matchup. Had a nice big gainer there that would have helped them secure the win, but they're sitting at 1.5 here, favoring the Tampa Bay Bucs here on a short week. A lot of attrition on both sides of the ball for both teams, you know, both the Ravens and the Bucs in this matchup, a crazy matchup. Lines moving up to 46 right now, 46.5, some 47s out there. Shop around if you're looking into a little over-under. I'm going to look on the side here in this matchup, and in my opinion, this is desperation time for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're coming back home after a little 2-game road trip to Carolina and Pittsburgh, and they got to play Baltimore, who's starting a 2-game road trip. It starts here with Tampa Bay before they go into New Orleans. And even though they are not playing great ball, the defense has been playing pretty solid. And even as good as the defense is playing, they haven't had a turnover here in quite some time now. I believe it's 3 games in a row where they've yet to have a turnover. And I just think the law of averages say it's time for that tide to turn here. I'll look for some fumble recoveries here, some big stops from the defense, and for them to get the run game going. We know this is one of the worst running teams in the league. They have a lot of injuries here along the offensive line, but they didn't really dedicate themselves to it very much against Carolina. Only 16 attempts. Leonard Fournette didn't even have double-figure touches. I expect the young kid to get some touches there in this matchup as well. They were playing a young rookie there at running back, a solid pass catcher. And we know Brady likes those guys to kind of dink and donk and get those angle routes going across the middle there. And we know what Lamar Jackson wants to do. This is a great rushing team. He wants to make plays with his feet. He depends on Mark Andrews. They don't have a lot going on at the wideout position. They don't throw it a ton out there. They want to get it to Mark Andrews across the middle, which is good for Tampa Bay when you have linebackers who can run and move like Levante David and Devin White there in the middle, who are 2 of the best at running and moving with these running backs in space and being able to cover and covering these tight ends as well. As we know, Mark Andrews is one of the best in the business. I think this is going to be a close matchup. I think Tampa Bay's defense surprises some people here and has some takeaways and gives Tampa Bay a few more chances. Also, something to look into that a lot of folks aren't talking about is the number of drops that we've seen now. With Tampa Bay tied for 7th in the league with now 12 drops on the season. A lot of that, I think, is a big key. They've had some drops in the red zone. They've had some big plays that they've dropped, and a lot of them have gone to Mike Evans. I think we see the tide turn here, and they see a little bit more targeting to Godwin being a more healthy receiver, which is funny coming off the knee injury this season. But I think we see him get a little bit more targets here in this matchup. And we see Tampa Bay steal a win. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here on the money line. I know it's not a popular choice. I think this is win or go home for Tampa Bay as they are winning their division, and the division is pretty bad. They still might have a chance to get a playoffs, but I just think for momentum's sake, they have some big games coming up. They have not played well against the Rams. They have the Rams coming up here next on their schedule. And this is a big spot for them in prime time for them to kind of get their act together. I don't think they score a ton of points here in this one, but I think they have some opportunities to get on the board, and they take advantage. It doesn't get much worse than scoring 3 points against the Carolina Panthers. I see them getting their act together in this one and getting the job done. Tampa Bay Bucs on the money line, my official free pick of the day. Let me know if you agree, you disagree, whatever the case may be, guys. Let's get rolling here on the free pick side. Let's get the premiums rolling and have ourselves a day here. It's Derek, Dimes, defeatthebook.com. Let us help you beat those odds. Best of luck, whether you decide to tail or fade. But either way, hope you guys have a great Thursday.